Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 5 of my Drive to Survive reactions. And when we saw the episode order released, this was the one I was most excited for, Les Curse of Leclerc. It's obviously going to be focused around him winning his home Grand Prix, and I've heard through the ether that this episode gets quite emotional. I think it goes a lot into Charles's story, so I'm curious to see kind of what he says in it. So yeah, let's get right to it.
Ça fait 11,57.
Par carte, s'il vous plaît. Stop, ça passe pas. Solde insuffisant.
What do you mean, Charles?
Non.
Blown all those millions already. That's funny. Probably just like a standard one that it doesn't accept tap or something. But it's so funny.
Everything I do in my life, it's all for one thing: to become a world champion. I wake up in the morning and I think about this. I go to sleep the evening and I think about this. But other than that, there's my home race. But obviously, considering what happened in the past,
Alright, here we go.
it's quite
The
difficult.
drama.
Let's say that in the past. Monaco haven't been that successful for me.
We are retiring the car.
Oh, Charles.
Bad luck or curse. But even though I don't believe in it, I hate hearing it.
Box now, box. Stay out, stay out.
Why? What are you doing?
He's now lost the lead of the Grand Prix.
No words. Even if there's no curse, it's a lot of pressure. It might look like it's impossible, but I need to make this dream come true.
Swimming in the ocean with a multi-million-dollar watch on your wrist, though, is quite a move.
Someone was telling me it's 70k a day to dock it. Parking, like a parking ticket.
No
That's
wonder why
insane.
Monaco is doing okay. They don't need tax.
Don't need tax.
Yeah.
The track is so narrow. You have the feeling of speed, danger, fear.
Monaco is a circuit like no others, you know, you are properly in the street.
If you just slightly over the edge, then you destroy the car and that's it.
I find it interesting that like they're editing this in a way that's like they go to Monaco every single year, but every year they edit it like it's the first time they've gone there. So I wonder if they expect that some people just watch the most recent episode of, or season of Drive to Survive and don't think people are really going back to the initial seasons anymore.
Around that track, I have memories of my childhood absolutely everywhere in Monaco.
Merci. Ciao. I could hear the sound of the engines while I was going to school, and I just didn't listen anything.
Yeah, I guess he would be at school on the Friday, wouldn't he?
The pressure on Charles every year grows heavier. The weight of expectation becomes a burden. I can't imagine what that pressure feels like.
Yeah, I think that is what probably got to him the first few years at least. And I honestly think that's the biggest reason why I have so much more trust
I think so.
in him going
I think so.
and being a world
that's
champion
the
now.
swimming pool where I learned how to swim when I was a kid.
Really?
So it's a special place.
Wow.
Just 1
That's
minute,
cool.
someone's fainted, so we're just holding the interview.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Ferrari came on and
That's how we measure popularity these days. Yeah.
Someone swooned!
Not clapping, not booing, it's fainting.
But yeah, I think since Charles was able to get through it and handle the pressure, I think it just shows that he has improved mentality-wise as a driver.
It does seem like he's got the Monaco curse, Charles. He's just been so unlucky.
Yeah, considering he's like
Monegasque royalty, he's not had a good run at Monaco in the past.
He's not cursed. Charles is not cursed in Monaco. Just very unfortunate.
If he wants though, I can always take him to a Thai temple and get a blessing. I know a good monk.
Oh, he's so cute.
My father was so passionate about racing. For us, the holidays were going to the karting track. My father was super supportive. Whenever he was seeing something that I wasn't doing right, he was very honest with me in a very loving way.
That's so nice. That's actually kind of rare in karting, it seems like.
Unfortunately, he became unwell. It was very difficult for me to accept him leaving, not seeing me and him realize that dream. So one day I just lied and told him that I had signed a Formula 1 contract. And I remember how incredibly happy he was. However, very quickly I felt so bad for lying to him. I think about my father a lot. I just have to manage my state of mind.
Aww.
In Alfa Romeo, I remember him saying very often that I should be nicer with myself.
Now we are reunited in Ferrari.
I love that corner so much.
Oscar, you're currently P1.
Piastri's pretty good around Monaco, I think, though.
The best thing you can do in those moments is just do not react to this news and focus on the lap that you need to make perfect.
All right, Charles, let's see. So Charles did a vlog, and a lot of this footage seems to be from that, so I don't know if he used Netflix's footage or Netflix is using his footage. 100% his new tradition's gonna be having pizza the night before.
There's a lot of pressure. Yeah. And he makes a lot of mistakes.
Fuck you, Horner. Wow, Charles' music plug.
The whole country has a very big expectation.
I've been a bit quiet during this episode, but
You just want to focus on what gives you the best chance to achieve.
Charles has grown up so much the last few years, I think. Like, he's being so much more open about things, it seems like. Oh, that's my nightmare.
You playing something tonight? I don't know. I'll have to think about it once the job is done.
There's always little things that drivers slip in that don't seem like mind games. It's just they're going to slightly start to see doubt before you drive.
So we know, like, so I can choose the right tires. He's 18, so now I'm 17.
No, I don't know. I mean, I know.
Oh, man.
The pressure needs to be controlled because your competitors can use it against you.
Jensen's such a good ad, though. I'm so glad they got rid of fucking Danica Patrick. She gave nothing.
You can get carried away in a negative spiral. When I was younger, this was a little bit destructive in a way.
My heartbeat's starting to race up a little bit. They're doing a really good job of building the tension here.
That's a relief when I get inside the car.
God,
this is
oh my God.
the best feeling.
I wonder if they got Charles to breathe into the Netflix mic for this, or if he took this audio from somewhere. That car just got absolutely demolished. I've never seen a car in worse shape than that.
C'est jamais facile ces moments-là dans une course parce qu'on j'essaye justement qu'il reste concentré sur ce qu'il a fait, de voir s'il y a des choses qui n'ont pas été dans sa procédure de départ.
I feel like this is the most behind the scenes access that Ferrari has ever given Netflix. Like, I feel like most of the time they're very, like, PR heavy, but it's interesting. Maybe Fred has a different philosophy.
Charles Leclerc maintains the lead once again.
Go on, Charles.
We need to slow down a bit.
I wonder how much this race played into Charles's ability to manage the tires for the rest of the season. Like, he did a much better job of it in this than Oscar did. I guess being in the clear air probably helped him.
Lando! Oh, that was close.
Has Lance ever finished a Monaco race? I feel like he has a worse track record than Charles.
Just for your info, do you want to know the margin?
No, Charles, we're not interested.
You said, alright.
No, we are not interested.
That's rude.
De lui donner les informations qu'il faut, mais pas trop. De gérer comme ça pour qu'il reste dans une bonne zone, mais il n'y a aucune garantie.
That's actually a really good point, because they used to put a lot on him during the races, and I feel like, at least this past year, they've kind of taken that a lot off of him and done a better job of, like, making sure he's not overwhelmed in the car. Because I wonder if that kind of played into some of the crashes and stuff that he used to have. It's just using too much brain power.
I get out the tunnel. I just don't see as well. But I was starting to feel lots of emotions. That's the last thing you want when you are inside a racing car pushing for the limits. All my life is all about
It's insane.
trying to win on track. This is a real opportunity. I'm having flashbacks of my father and just how much it
Oh,
will
I'm getting
mean for him.
goosebumps. Oh. Am I gonna start crying again? We'll
Tell
see.
myself, Charles, you need to focus on the moment.
We won it!
Aww.
Sono fiero di te.
Finally.
Aww.
Merci pour tout.
Aww. Aww. And the dive. Ugh.
I definitely did not only realize my dream, but my father's dream. He's probably celebrating it from above. It makes it so, so special. I just let all the emotions run out.
Oh man. Yeah, they did a really, really good job with that episode. For me, not much of it was stuff that I hadn't seen though, because a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that they showed with Charles was actually in his own Monaco vlog that he did last year. So yeah, curious how logistically that happened. But I think the interviews that he gave, I think that's the most raw he's gotten on this show. I think I've seen him in a few podcasts in the last year or so where he's also gotten a bit deep, but yeah, I think this episode just shows why Charles is my favorite driver. I think you can sense the passion that he has for the sport and like the love that he has for the sport, and just how much of it is tied up in his dad. Sometimes it feels like there's just so much more meaning for him when he races. And like, sure, all of the drivers love it and it's their passion for all of them, but I think for Charles it just goes a lot deeper than that. Like, it's when he races, it's like he's with his dad. Oh no, now I'm making myself tear up. I think a few years ago, back in 2022, so this was kind of when I first started to really cheer for Charles, he had another Monaco vlog. And there's this scene in it where he's sitting in this boat in the Monaco harbor. And he's talking about whether he wants kids and like how losing his dad, it made him appreciate the family that he has left that much more. That was kind of the moment for me where I was like, wow, just like the strength that he has is so impressive. And oh my god. I'm sorry. This is stupid. I can't imagine losing your dad at that young of an age and still be able to, especially like the weekend after, compete and win in Baku. But then just how he's managed to just keep going and not let that impact him. It like makes him stronger. The fact that he had gone through all that. And so I think now I get kind of upset when people talk about the fact that Charles can't handle the pressure. I think there were a few seasons there where he didn't, but now in particular, like just especially getting through that Monaco race and looking at some of the other drives that he had last year, and it's just so clear to me that I think he's ready for it now. So I'm hoping that he can get it done this season, but if not this season, then hopefully Ferrari will build a good engine for the new regs so that he can get it done. And I think it's probably the most emotional episode that they've done. Yeah, they did a really good job with that one. So let me know in the comments down below what you thought about Le Curse of Leclerc, and if you started crying like I did. Not much gets me going like Charles in Monaco. I don't know if any of you watched my race reaction to it from last year, but yeah, this one wrecked me, and I think it will wreck me every single time I see highlights, especially Alex Jake's commentary for the last lap. So yeah, a fantastic episode. Well done, Drive to Survive.